Y'all, welcome back. LB here. Start another part. This will be part 13 of my Final Fantasy 16 played through. Just beat Titan. And yeah, we beat Titan. That was an epic boss fight. And then we seen last we seen was Joshua talking to Bahamut, trying to strike a deal with him. Anyways, let's get into it now. Oh yeah, and if you're wondering why I don't have the camera on, it's because it's freaking hot. It's summertime, and I don't feel like having this ring light on. Because if I don't have the ring light on, you ain't gonna be able to see me. And it's freaking hot, so I don't feel like sitting in all that heat. I got the PlayStation on, had the ring light on. That's just a lot of heat generating, so. But you'll get the commentary, you just won't see me on cam. But anyways, let's get into the game. Alright, we're back at the hideout. We gotta go talk to Otto, so. Let's get our buns up there and talk to that boy.
Welcome home, Cid.
Thank you. Y'all knew what I just did. That was a crazy fight. Oh, you know what? We got some side missions. Let's give Cid a break and do some side missions.
Do you have a moment, Cid? A team of curse breakers has gone missing near Northreach.
Which team?
Coles. They were sent to liberate a carriage of bearers before they could be smuggled to market. They were moving in for their assault when the carriage was attacked by goblins. A curse breaker managed to release a Stardust amid the confusion, but this was days ago. They should be back by now, but I've heard nothing from any of them. I can't help but worry that...
They know the work is dangerous, but I'm sure they're fine.
But what if I've got them all killed? Before they go out, I always remind them why we're doing this, what they escaped, and what we're freeing people from. But I never really thought how my words might affect them. What risks they might take because of the things I've said.
I'll go and find them. We'll both rest easier knowing they're safe.
Thank you, Cid. And I'm sorry to trouble you with this. The plan was to intercept the slaver somewhere in the Dragon's Eyrie. I can't tell you much more than that, I'm afraid.
That should be enough to go on. If they were there, Torgal will track them down.
Alright. Hopefully they're not dead, but last couple missions I had like this, by the time I got to the folks, they was dead. So, before I go do that, I'm gonna go to the shop. So, BRB. Alright, and we're back. Let's go do this side quest. Alright.
Slavers don't even bother.
Let's call our chocobo.
Ready, go?
Let's move. Hopefully we bring the people back to the hideout. Oh, I don't see anybody. Oh wait, here they are. Right in my face.
Straight home now. Cole, I'm glad you're in one piece.
Just about. Cid, if you don't mind me asking, what are you doing here?
Doris sent me to find you. She hasn't heard anything since the attack. She's been worried about you.
I sent a runner to the Dame in Northreach. The hideaway should have learned of our survival yesterday.
Well, I'm here now. And it looks like you freed the bearers.
Only some. The rest locked themselves in the slaver's carriage rather than fleeing when they had the chance. I want to help them, Cid. But we're barely in any state to protect those few we did save.
You made the right decision. Now where's the carriage?
The goblins may still be out there.
You have duties to attend to here. See to the injured. I'll handle the rest.
All right. Just follow the path to the south. You'll come across the carriage soon enough. And please, hurry. If the beastmen get to those bearers, the poor souls will be eaten alive.
I won't let that happen.
Thank you. And Cid, it's good to see you.
Don't thank me just yet.
Still gotta free the people. Let's go get him. I see big boy.
They're trying to get into the carriage.
We got Magic Boy.
This one.
Oh shoot.
This one.
Been a little while since I played this. I've been playing a lot of AEW, Fight Forever, but I'll get back into the groove of things. It won't take long. Thought you could hit me with a sneak attack, boy. We take on Big Boy. We got the shield ability from Titan. There we go. Yeah, great, man. Freaking love the shield. Oh, I didn't block that time. Dang it. Yeah, time that better. There we go. Have a seat, big boy. Oh, shoot, I forgot you gotta charge that attack. This boy laid out. So you can get your shield broken if you hold it too long. So it's best to try to get that counter or the parry. Yeah, I parried that. Yeah, here. Dang. There we go. Have a seat, mate. Dang it, I keep forgetting. Gotta charge that attack. It's a Titan ability. There we go. Whew. I love fighting goblins, man, especially the big one. He's good practice for dodging and parrying. Well, you don't have the parry, you don't have the shield until you beat Titan. You get the shield when you beat Titan the first time.
Who are you? A friend. Are there any more survivors? Why didn't you flee with the others? If the goblins had made it through that door, you wouldn't have stood a chance.
Why should we run? One miserable death's no worse than another.
Perhaps. But we're here to give you another choice. Freedom, safety, the life you've been denied. Come with us. Let us protect you.
Cid, I couldn't just let you... You weren't too late then. Thank the gods.
This man risked his life to save yours. To give you a second chance.
Fine. Do with us what you will.
What we'll do with you is take you to safety. After that, it's up to you. Your lives are your own now.
You can leave the rest to us, Cid. We'll get everyone back to the hideaway.
Thank you. I'll let Doris know we're expecting new arrivals.
So used to being slaves, man, being abused. They don't know what it's like to be free. They're pretty much broken. So sad, man. You break someone down that bad, they don't even care.
My team needs proper medical attention, but we'll get our new companion settled first.
Why risk your lives to free the likes of us? What could you possibly gain?
See, I don't even trust us. I don't blame them for not trusting us, though. They've been slaves. Poor Chocobo. They've been slaves, so they're so used to just being beat down, disrespected, treated like garbage, so they ain't got nothing else to live for. They're giving up on life. Alright, let's go back to the base. But Dora, no. Everything is A-okay. Yeah, I just want to do some of these side missions, man.
What became of Kupka?
I haven't really ran
haven't we
into
heard
any
anything?
similar side missions. I know some people have been complaining like side missions are boring, but I've actually enjoyed the side missions. But not for everyone.
Cid, welcome back. A Stolus from the Dame arrived not long after you left. If I'd just waited a little longer, I might have been able to deal with things myself. Or maybe I wouldn't. I keep making the wrong decisions.
Cole and the others got home safely. You made exactly the right decision.
No, I was lucky. I've been tracking that slaver for months, and then I sent Cole and you after them, woefully unprepared. What kind of leader sends people into danger without considering all the risks? I should have urged greater caution, told Cole to be wary, to pull back at the first sign of trouble.
We swore the same oath as you, Doris.
It's good to see you safe and well, Cole. I'm sorry.
With all due respect, we Cursebreakers don't risk our lives because you commanded of us. We risk them because we believe in our cause. No one with doubts ever joins our ranks. The agony of removing the brand more than sees to that.
We all know how much bravery that takes.
Cole, I never doubted your courage. Only my ability to see it put to good use. Thank you for your faith in me. I'm not sure I deserve it. I sometimes wonder if I might prefer to risk death alongside the others than ask it of them. But I'm a curse breaker. I swore an oath too. I have a role to play, and I must trust that I'm the right one to play it.
You will. In time.
Hey man, so there wasn't no better way for them to get rid of them branded tats. Like, could nobody do no magic spell? Man, they gotta walk around that freaking big old scar on their face. I'm pretty sure, like, the Imperials and stuff, they gonna know that they were branded, because they know where they put those markings. So I don't know.
I didn't mean to doubt my comrades, but I couldn't leave them out there either. I need to trust them more. I see that. But that doesn't mean I need to care about them any less.
Alright. Looks like there's another side quest over here. What are these? I think this is where you pick up rewards.
How may I help you today, Clive? Come to claim your just desserts?
Yeah, so you get rewards when you do side quests, I believe. People show their respect. They give you gifts and stuff. They write you little letters. They say it is your men who kept the roads free from beasts and bandits. As one whose livelihood and is reliant on safe passage from market to market, my chocobo and I thank you. Yeah, so you get to go pick up these rewards and stuff and
You earned this.
get thanks from people when you complete missions.
Best of luck out there, Cid.
Alright, let's go do another side quest. Do some of these side quests before we get back to the main quest. See what you guys say.
Ah, I see you're still largely intact. It went well then, I take it.
Yeah, me and Titan tussled. Had a lot of phases in that fight. It's probably the longest boss fight I had in the game. And it was epic.
You have the look of a man with the twins upon his shoulders, Rodrigue.
Talia has tasked me with removing a Cursebreaker's brand. But it's my first time and I don't think I can do it. I'm afraid of what happens if I fail. You survived, I know, but there as many die as recover. Is it really worth the risk?
You don't need me to answer that. You know full well what we're fighting for. I hope as much as you that one day bearers can walk among others as equals. But until that day, a brand is a burden, and we must lift that burden in order to go undetected. The operation may be dangerous, but it's also essential, and we undergo it willingly.
I know. I still wish there was some other way. But griping about my lot helps no one, I suppose. Don't worry. I'll do what must be done.
I know you will.
Unfortunately, the first thing that needs doing is the preparation of a draft to dull the pain. Something I can't do with the infirmary's ammonia supply so low. What few leaves we have would barely be enough for removing a splinter, let alone a brand.
Just tell me what you need.
You'll go? Oh, thank you. No one knows Herb Lord like Taya, and she swears by ammonia for easing pain. It's simple enough to find, if you know where to look. And fortunately for you, I do. Along the river near the village of Amber over in Rosaria. Just search for the bright blue blossoms.
Alright, let's go get those blossoms. Need to get that branded mark off your face too, sucker. Alright. Let's go get us some blossoms. There we go. Alright. Let's get our chocobo. As soon as we get out where we can ride them. Or maybe we don't need to ride them. Okay.
The river was easy enough to find. Now for those herbs.
Alright. Are these wild chocobo? That was a raptor. Well, in the Jurassic Park.
Soil and stone!
Clowns out the air. Dang it. I did not want to focus on you. There we go. Take care of those annoying enemies first. Get you out of here. Where's the other one at? There he is.
Get him! Over here!
Still alive. Out of here. Annoying pests. Alright, now I could work on these other enemies. Okay.
This one.
There we go. One left.
Get him! All yours, Torgal.
Done and done. Let's collect our stuff and get on back to base. Okay.
This is the only plant around here with blue flowers. I hope it's the right one.
They look gorgeous. Alright.
Should be enough to keep the infirmary stocked for a while. Hopefully this will put Rodriguez's mind at ease.
Yeah. Alright, let's go back. We got one more side mission and then go back to the main quest. Okay.
What became of Kupka?
It's not like the side quests are super long. These side quests are
Try to stay
pretty.
calm. I'm sure
They're
we'll
pretty
have some-
quick. So. And not forced to do them, but they're worth doing because some of them unlock stuff like Chocobo, for instance. I got my Chocobo doing the side quests, and some of them also give you upgrades for your items.
I hope you didn't have too much trouble finding the ammonia.
Only the usual.
Oh, yes. This is it. And more than I was expecting. I dare say the patient won't feel a thing. That is, unless I...
You'll do fine. Taya trusts you, which means I trust you. The hideaway would be lost without skilled physicers like yourself.
Thank you for the kind words. Truly. But... I'm sorry. I'm still terrified. The brand is more than just ink on flesh. It's a death sentence. Milk of the wyvern tail lurking just below the surface of the skin. One ill-conceived incision, a single slip, and the poison fouls the patient's blood. Failure means death, and even success means tremendous pain. Days of agony as the wound heals. I became a physiker to help people, not to kill them. I don't want to kill anyone.
Cursebreakers lead hard lives, and the operation is only the beginning. They toil in the shadows, risking life and limb, knowing their efforts will win them neither glory nor acclaim. And yet we never won for volunteers. Why do you think that is?
Conviction? They're willing to die?
They're willing to fight. To give their lives to create a world where people like us can be more than mere possessions. I know your work isn't easy, but neither is going under the knife. Be a shoulder for your patients to lean on. Stay strong for them.
You sound like Taya. Do you know what she once told me? It's natural for a patient to feel like they're suffering in solitude. and it's a physicist's duty to see that they don't. Thank you for helping me remember that. I won't falter. Not again.
Pretty sure Taya's gonna be there to help you through anything you need, buddy. Plus, you don't want to be going into no freaking operation unsure of yourself. You sure as heck don't want the patient to see that.
I'm sorry I let my fear get the better of me. I'm ready to be stronger. For the hideaway. For all of us.
Alright, boy. Take out that branded stuff. And get your own branded removed. Look at that. Still got that mess on your face. That crap off your face. Alright. There's another side mission. Let's go. Alright. What we gotta do over here? Back in the desert. Alright.
My carpets.
Take a sniff, good sir. Needed to a silken
The boy said, take a sniff, good sir.
Made from the stoutest stoneware. Everything I've worked for. Ruined.
Alright, buddy, we're gonna get you back.
All those years of toil. Every coin I've ever earned is tied up in this place.
You all right?
The baths are closed. Leave me be. On second thought, perhaps you are just what I need. Might your services be for hire?
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business, the baths. The water's turned scalding hot and all the crystals in Dalimil wouldn't be enough to cool it. I've no doubt that my woes stem from the water's source. But I can't go and investigate for fear of my customers thinking I've abandoned the place. I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one. I beg of you. Go to Dusnoff Terraces. Tell me what you find there.
Show, man.
All right. I'll go and take a look.
Wonderful. It's not far. Leave the market by the south gate. The smell of sulfur will guide you the rest of the way. These baths are all that keep me from an ignoble end in a debtor's prison. My livelihood, my very life, is at stake.
We're gonna keep you out of prison, boy. Keep you out of debt, too. On Togo, let's go save this man's business.
No, I'm telling you, it's gone.
It's gone. Come on, girl, let's go. Oh, we got some firebomb guys over there. Okay. So, that'd be cool if my chocobo could fly. Let's fly over there. Alright, let's see how to get over in that
Faster.
area. What's up, homie?
What are those things?
Freaking firebomb guys. I'm about to go take care of them right now. This is where we went to go fight Hugo first time. Hold on, get off. This was going that way. This is on the way to go to I believe is it Drake's Breath, or I think Drake's Fang. You fight Titan first time in there.
Something awful's taken up residence in the springs. You'll turn back if you know what's good for you.
Well, I'm about to go destroy these fools. They're the reason why the water's so hot in the city. Alright, let's go take these clowns out so they can stop overheating the water. People want to enjoy their spring baths and they can't enjoy them if it's scalding hot. Time to put you guys. Oh, dang, it's a gang of them. Holy moly. So many of them. Alright, let's do this. Oh boy, shoot. Fireballs. Alright, let's see how many we can take out.
All yours, Torgal. Over here. Get him.
I keep forgetting. In that move, you gotta keep hitting the square button to keep the move going. He's gone. Well, there's no need to heal me. I am just fine. But I appreciate it.
Over here.
Oh, buried him. Nice.
All yours, Torgal. Get him.
Out of here, homie. Two enemies. Oh, okay, he's a special one. He must be the leader. Oh yeah, he got a little crown on his head and everything. Special attacks. And he's taking the gang of his. Oh nah, oh man, we ain't getting out of this one. Get over here. Like he's gonna give me a little charge attack. Keep building up.
Fine how. Nice try.
I'll take care of you in a minute. Let me get your homies. Alright. You all by yourself now.
Get him.
There we go. Done and done. People get back in the hot springs again without getting burnt to a crisp.
That's cooled things down a bit. Let's hope it's enough to keep the baths from boiling.
I like this stage, man. This stage looks so cool. Alright, let's go back and tell the guy we handled the issue. Okay. Another item right here. Is it a potion? Yeah. So, if anybody's wondering if the dog... Oh, let me see what you got to say now.
I saw with my own two eyes what you did to those devils down there, and I still hardly believe it.
You're welcome. You go take your little hot spring bath again. So anybody that's thinking your partner or your doggy is taking your potions when you equip the ring, he does not take your potions. So if you guys are getting tired of giving total commands during battle, you can just equip that ring and he will auto attack on his own and he will heal you when needed. He gives you like one of those healings where you constantly heal just to keep you from dying, but he's not using your actual inventory. A lot of people think that when the AI helped you heal that they were taken from your inventory, but they're not. As you can see, when I was fighting...
There he is. The man who saved my business. I was hoping we'd be seeing you again. The baths grow more bearable by the moment. It won't be long now before we are back to business as usual.
I'm glad to hear it.
Now, tell me this. What did you find at the terraces? What threatened to make me a pauper?
Not what I expected, that's for certain.
David didn't tell him anything. Okay, I guess he did.
You tell a fine story. That's not to say I don't believe you, though. Creatures made of flame, eh? That's something new to worry about. But I burdened you with my worries enough already. Here, a small something by way of thanks. Right. It's high time I got back to work. With a little luck, the day might yet be salvaged.
So anyways, if you can see while I was fighting those guys, yeah, I was taking damage. Hugo healed me, but I didn't lose any of my potions. Alright. What you guys say, girly girl?
The scrubbing is almost finished. We appreciate your patience.
I wonder if I can take a bath later on if I come back to this place. That'd be dope. I'm in need of one. I've been doing a lot of craziness.
Look, Father. Hot water. But where are the bearers who heated it?
It wasn't heated by magic. It comes out of the ground like this.
Hope you ain't teaching your boy to be hateful towards bears.
Oh, where did all the men go?
Fresh bread.
I've eaten dark.
It would
Got
make
another side quest over here.
I've never even forged a butter knife before. Perhaps Forge Master Luber's having fun at my expense.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Neither would I. Oh, wait. Are you Clive? Sorry, my mind was elsewhere. I'm Sava, Master Luber's least accomplished apprentice. Soon to be former apprentice if I don't pass this test. Maybe I'm just not the resourceful type. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge them, and here I am, unable to make a decent bit of kitchenware. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that embodies the spirit of Dalamil. Whatever that's supposed to mean. I don't suppose you have any idea what he's on about, do you?
I'm afraid not.
Never mind. Thought I'd ask. It was that or pack my bags.
I could give you a hand if you like. I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been, and that Lubor needs all the capable hands he can find.
I'd be a fool to refuse.
So, where do we start?
Good question. If I'm honest, I've never made any kind of knife before. And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind. The spirit of Dalamil. Nothing is ever simple with that man.
The way I see it, there's only one way we'll be solving Lubor's puzzle. We need information. The more the better.
You're right. There's no point fumbling in the dark, I suppose. Now, who to speak to first? There's plenty of folk in Dalamil who use knives for a living. There's the butcher, of course, and any number of cooks. They're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools of their trade. All right. I think we have a plan. Let's get to it, shall we? I'll talk to every cook I can find. You speak to the butcher, and anyone else you can think of.
All right. Good luck.
Let's hope that someone says something useful.
Alright, let's help this boy make a knife so he won't get in trouble.
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I better get to it.
The finest fabric.
Needed to a silken softness.
Welcome, sir. What can I do you for?
A question, if you don't mind. I need to know what makes a good carving knife.
You a blacksmith or something?
Something, I suppose.
Fair enough. Knives, is it? First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat, no problem, but sinew dulls cheap steel in no time. Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block, and I'm a happy woman.
So a knife that stays sharp. Makes sense.
It's kind of common sense, Clive. But anyways, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying.
Where did all the men go?
Lights and pods!
Yeah, I just totally wiped my own mind. I don't know what the heck I was saying.
What is it? I'm in no mood for chatter.
Sorry. Do you mind if I ask your trade?
Hunter, why?
I have a question. Can you tell me what makes a good carving knife? I assume you use one out in the field.
Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Can't be dealing with a brittle blade, not while I'm on the hunt. If your knife snaps every time you use it, you'll be spending coin as fast as you make it. Times are hard enough as it is.
Thank you. I won't keep you any longer.
All business, eh? Man after my own heart.
So, a carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation. Let's hope Sever had better luck than I did.
Yeah, they basically gave you common sense, Clyde.
Needed to a silken softness.
Yes, they're quite sought after.
See what this boy done found out.
So, how'd it go? You learn anything useful, or should I be looking for a new trade?
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp. But I don't see how that relates to the spirit of Dalamil.
I didn't have much luck either. All the cook said was that he needs his knives to be light. Too heavy and they do his shoulder in.
So we're no better off than when we started. Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his Dalamil remark. But that can't be right. I've bandied enough words with the man to know that he chooses them carefully. No. We must be missing something. Something right in front of our noses, most likely.
No doubt you're right, but I have to make a start soon. I can't put off making this knife forever.
Agreed. Lubor wouldn't like that much.
Right. I've been trained to work iron. The cheap stuff, mind. But it's hardy enough if you don't hammer it too thin, and it sharpens up nicely with a bit of effort. Trouble is, it's either durable or it's light. Meaning someone is going to be disappointed. Forge Master Lubor, probably.
Is there someone who knows their metals, perhaps?
The other apprentices know better than to help me with my test. But maybe there is someone I could turn to. A merchant, a favorite of Forge Master Lubor's, who sells metals to tradesmen passing through the Valcroy. I bet she'd know a thing or two.
Master Lubor says trade.
Alright, so it looks like he traveled out of the city to get information. There's probably gonna be some enemies I gotta fight.
Let's go.
We'll go see right now. I wonder if we could explore big portions of this desert or not. Probably. Looks like a pretty big area.
You deserve a rest. Any luck? Or will you be needing help with your bags?
Well, I asked her, but... you tell him.
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master like Lubor, there are options. They're just not that viable. Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation, never needing so much as a lick of the whetstone. But adamantite ore is unique to ash, so it doesn't come cheap.
And it's beyond my skill to handle.
Unique to ash. Are there any materials unique to Dalamil? Something which could be mixed with iron to refine it. Make it lighter.
What are you getting at?
You said that Lubor trained you to work iron. Then that's what he'll expect you to use. But he would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a carving knife. Perhaps his Dalamil remark wasn't a riddle, but a hint.
If it's cheap metal you're using, then there's always limestone, I suppose. Folk first settled Dalamil to get at her mineral deposits. And, if you know the trick, it can be melted down in the furnace to drive out impurities from low-quality iron.
Bloody hell! That must be it! I don't suppose you know the trick, do you?
It's hardly my speciality, but I've been around enough blacksmiths to know how it works.
Looks like I've got some learning to do. Clive, I hate to ask after all that you've done for me, but...
The limestone? Fine. I can hardly abandon you now. Besides, I want to know if this is the answer to Lubor's little riddle.
I can't thank you enough, Clive. You'll have no trouble finding limestone over in the terraces. The place is bloody made of it.
Then I suppose I'll meet you back at the forge.
Right you are. I'll see you shortly.
Right,
Do you crush it up or just throw it in the furnace?
Time to go monster hunting. Pretty sure we're gonna have to kill some fools to get this stuff. Let's see. Alright, let's call our chocobar.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
Let's go, Ambrosia. Ambrosia, what you got them wings for if you ain't gonna flap? Would've been a nice little shortcut. Unless that area's off limits to the player. Alright.
Back to the stables, girl.
Let's go get limestone.
Finest fabric.
Take a sniff, good sir.
Ooh. Take a sniff, good sir.
Where did all the men of
Silver platters.
No, I'm telling you, it's gone.
So is it the same area where we fought the bomb guys? I don't know, it looks like it's right around this corner. Man, this boy could have easily went and got this mess himself. Thought he was gonna have to fight some monsters to get the pieces.
One rock looks a lot like another. But hopefully this is what Summer needs.
Hopefully he'll be able to tell the difference. Let's go deliver it to him. Let's see. Alright, I'm gonna go to the main quest after this.
Fresh bread.
The juiciest meat from breeds.
It would make a
My carpets have pride of place.
Oh, he's back over here.
Master Lubor says Drake's fang has fallen. Does that mean the furnace?
I wasn't sure how much you'd need, but I hope this is enough.
You are one of the good ones, you know that. You and that merchant both, she's got quite a gift for teaching that one. Now, time to see if limestone is the secret weapon we were hoping for.
Let's hope it is. Bad.
That'll do, I reckon. A knife forged from the very rocks of Dalamil. Her spirit, if you will.
It's a fine-looking blade.
I only hope Master Lubor agrees.
That sounds like my cue. And just as well. I was getting tired of waiting.
I'm sorry, Forge Master Lubor.
Let's take a look then, shall we? First things first, Sava, do you think this is a carving knife worthy of the fine people of Dalamil?
I'd like to think so. But what do you think?
What do I think indeed? It's sharp-ish, but it won't last long with hard use. And it's heavy, heavier than it should be. You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but sell that to a cook and you'll never hear the end of it. It looks like someone paid a visit to the terraces. The limestone was a step in the right direction, granted, but one that still leaves you short of the mark.
And I was so certain I had it all worked out.
I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick, but it certainly shows initiative. Next question. How much do you think I would charge if I'd made this?
Well, if it took you even a fraction of the time it took me, I would say you could demand a heavy purse.
And who would be able to pay that? The butcher? The hunter? The cooks over at the inn? Dalamil is home to humble traders, not wealthy lords and ladies. Rule number 1 in any business, Sava, know your customers.
Yes, Forge Master.
This is just about passable, but only just. I'd say you're worth keeping around a little longer. Starting tomorrow, you'll have an anvil of your own.
I will. Thank you. I was wondering, what would you do if you were asked to forge a carving knife?
I'd do what I always do. Ask who it's for. If it was for the butcher, I'd make sure it holds an edge. For the hunter, I'd make it as tough as Titan. For the cook, light as a feather. And for the nobleman, I'd make it cost an absolute fortune.
There goes a master, all right.
It looks like congratulations are in order.
I couldn't have done it without you. So much for the Forge Master's riddle, though, eh? The spirit of Dalamil had nothing to do with limestone or anything much at all. Meaning, I had you run around for no good reason.
You've passed your test. That's all that matters. You'll have a forge of your own in no time.
And when I do, I'll craft you the finest carving knife you have ever seen.
I'm gonna come back and give me the best knife ever. Goblin coin. Alright, let's go back. What's this? In exchange for great sword forged to the specifications, here under Red Rooster Trading will pay the sum of 1,000 gil. No less than 8 hands in length. Weighted pommel, briar claim, and inlay. Serrated edge suited for cutting bone.
Master Lubor says Drake's fang has fallen. Does that mean the furnace is going to stop working?
Maybe. So shut your trap and get that order forged while you still can.
Thank you, Clive. I honestly don't think I could have done it without all your help.
Right. Oh, what you guys say?
I hear you've been busy.
Okay.
Try not to die.
Okay, so missed this one, okay. For the best drops in Dalamil, visit the final sting. Okay. Are they back open again after we busted it up?
Back again, are you? Any more trouble and you'll be barred for life, however deep your friends' pockets might be.
That wasn't my fault. Saw what them soldiers did. Smack the crap out of you.
They're saying Drake's Fang is gone.
Nyaks.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border crossing.
And that's...
Clive, you're back. I am. And with glad tidings for once. Hugo Kupka is no more. Well, I'll be. All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Cid's place be smiling down at you right now.
We had a stolus from Lubor saying Drake's Fang had fallen. I expect that was your doing as well, was it?
It's a long story.
One for the history books, I'll bet.
Welcome home, Clive.
It's good to be back. You look better.
I feel it. Which means I'm coming on your next little adventure.
Right.
You're not leaving me behind again.
We got Jill back.
Dream of it.
You have to recover after
Otto.
Last mission.
Any word on the Royalist movements since I've been away? Shouldn't you be putting your feet up? If you really want to know, go and have a word with Vivian. Thank you. I will.
Jill had to recover after the Drake's Breath mission. Took a lot out of her. She's all better now.
Ah, the conquering hero returns. And with hardly a scratch on him.
I may have picked up one or two.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident physiker suggests that you picked up something more important. A scent. The scent of Waludas.
The very same. But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the Royalists, he took them to his grave. As did his men. Slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in Storm before. The Waludas must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the Adamantus? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map? The Kingdom of Waloed claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dhalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of Ash. Yet warlike Waloed shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Waloed? It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Waluda standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot? In summary, I know not to what end the Royalist betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
but there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the Royalists' movements.
He's really throwing himself into this.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case. The people of the Hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw, especially for those who lived with Cid the longest. Tell them that those wounds might finally begin to heal. Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we are. Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
Alright. Talk to Vivian, and we gotta go spread the word. Before I do that, I'm gonna pay a visit to the shop. BRB. Alright.
Well, someone looks pleased with himself. It's true what I'm hearing, then.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's true. Kupka is dead.
What you doing?
No more looking over our shoulders, then. Good. I'm starting to get a crick in my neck. Don't let it go to your head, though.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
What is it? I'm busy.
I wanted to tell you that Hugo Kupka is dead.
I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to hear those words. This is it then. A new beginning under a new Cid.
I'll try to live up to the name.
Everybody know the man who destroyed the original hideout and killed so many of our friends has now slaughtered himself.
Ah, Clive. Have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
No. To share mine, actually. Hugo Kupka is dead.
Oh my. Can it really be true?
Look, he's crying. He is. The big baby.
Smack the
And
crap
with
out of his
good reason,
kids.
children. These are tears of joy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents that the heavens might weep with us. There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go, put away your things.
All right. Brilliant.
Knew why he was crying, you wouldn't be laughing.
Finally,
Lucky to be alive.
dawn has broken.
It has.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
Hippocrates. After Kupka fell, Ultima came to me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
Alas, no. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
But I saw him. With my own eyes.
I don't doubt that you did. Alas, it seems you are the only one who has. To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible force of nature beyond the ken of mortal man.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Thank you. It means a lot. Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
Funny if one controlling Ultima was his mom the whole time. Yeah. She's as evil as they come.
I'm telling you, it's true. I heard it from Otto's own lips.
Yeah, everybody knows Hugo is dead.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border crossing.
Well, no surprises there.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something?
Just spreading the word.
I was doing side quests, man. I gotta help the people out.
So, the professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed.
No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Cid. You should tell him.
You're right. I should. And I will.
Well, when you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tongs down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave.
Very well. I'll suggest it.
Talk to Mid and take it to her daddy's grave. There's something new in the shop, so I'm gonna go check that out real quick. So, I'll be back in a jiffy. Alright, and we're back. We'll talk to Mid now and go visit Cid's grave. So, if you don't know who Mid is,
Started reading books that don't have any
Mid is Cid's daughter. She was off doing schooling. She just recently came back to the hideout and helped her build this shop that she has now.
If I don't come up with something soon.
I wonder if she's gonna be making me any items later on.
All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Cid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise. Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts meching. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
A full suit of armor, then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to. The engine plating's basically just a very efficient conductor. Create a thermal gradient across it and the heat radiates outwards, which... You know what, just show the plans to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
Yeah, let's go get her these parts. That ship she's building looks freaking awesome. Alright. Oh, sorry. I don't know why they didn't give us a run button, man. Just jogging around.
I went up to give some greens to the jockey.
Alright, Blackthorn.
Blackthorn, can I ask a favor?
Out with it.
It's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. Spare myself the arseache. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
Krieger's Tates. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy though. And I'll need help. Get Gavin-Otto in here, will you?
All right.
Building us a pirate ship, boys.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, hasn't she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Cid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual saw grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Velcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand coat in the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, and we can get this over with.
Alright. Let's go get the Stardust. Oh wait, just telling me to speak with him? Do I already have it?
You going after the Stardust then, are you? Which one of these two lucky souls is going with you?
I haven't taken Otto on a mission. Can Otto fight? Feel bad always leaving Gav behind, but I want to take Otto.
Otto, you're with me.
Sorry, Gav.
All right then. Where do we find this Stardust, and how will we know it when we see it?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're after.
And I'm guessing you'll be needing sackloads of the stuff. Might be worth our importers at the Dalimil Inn. I'll head down there. See about finding us a wagon.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
Yous two take care, eh? I'll go and see this supplier.
Just don't let the bastard fleece you, eh?
He wouldn't do that. He's Blackthorn's mate. Isn't he?
Best of luck.
Yeah. So nobody dies, man. Think of people dying. Alright. Let's Get a move on. Alright, I have to fast travel somewhere. I think I do. Excuse me. Alright. Yeah, let's go over here. Got some more side missions in here, but I'll save those for the next video. Let's do the rest of the...
I found the river. Now where's Otto?
Do the rest of the main mission on here on this video, and then I'm gonna end it. There's Otto, chilling.
Otto, sorry I'm late.
Oh, Clive. I had a quick scout about, and I reckon this area's our best bet. Seems Blackthorn's the only one who thinks smithing with his Stardust stuff's a good idea. It's just lying here, waiting for any old fool to fill his boots.
But unlike any old fool, you thought to bring a wagon.
Well spotted. Now get filling.
Let's go get the Stardust. Reminds me of Tetsuya Naito. Stardust Genius. Tetsuya Naito is a New Japan pro wrestler. And one of my favorites.
This is Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me.
Well, it's gonna be used for our ship parts. Somewhere down here. Alright, let's collect the rest of this stuff. And 2 more. Go back home. This feels almost like a freaking side mission, rather than the main mission. But it's cool though. Alright, where's the last piece at? I would miss it. Okay, it's back over there somewhere. There it is, right here. This water looks super nice.
This should be enough for now. Let's see how Otto's getting on.
How much they gonna take back? Pretty sure Otto's collected a good amount. Yeah, look at me, that boy got a whole sack.
How much did you get?
Enough. I hope.
More than me. Put it all together and I can't see Blackthorn complaining. Much. Here, Clive. Do you fancy a walk?
Man, this game looks so nice.
Cid would be proud.
Of what?
Of you, you idiot. The way you've carried on what he started. When we first met, I had you down as a spoiled little puppy who enjoyed nothing more than biting the hand that fed you. But 5 years on, you're the one doing the feeding. So thanks for proving me wrong.
You weren't wrong. But I changed. Thanks to Cid. And thanks to you. When I suggested taking on his name, you were the first to back me. And if you hadn't, no one else would have. I couldn't have done any of this without you, Otto.
Don't give over. You're making me blush. All I did was choose hope over despair. I gave you a chance, yes, but you're the one who took it. You took a rabble of homeless, hopeless outcasts and put them back on their feet. Gave them something worth fighting for, just like the old Cid did. About time I was heading back, I reckon. All this scrabbling about in the sand's taken its toll on the old pins.
I'll see you back at the hideaway then. You can take a well-earned rest when you get there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. But I'll make sure Blackthorn gets his precious black sand before I put my feet up. He'll only moan otherwise.
Let's go back to base. Get this Stardust turned in.
Right. Ready to go home, boy?
Arf. Alright. Let's go. Back home we go. Alright.
Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs.
Get to work, Blackthorn. Mid's got a ship to build.
Blackthorn, got everything you need?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the Stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
Nice to get out and about for once. Let's do it again sometime, eh?
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It will take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
Right. I'll do another main quest because that was kind of short.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
Will do, fellas. Alright, go report back to Mid, let her know Otto's on the job.
I went up to give some greens to the chocolate.
Maybe she'll go visit her daddy's grave.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Alright, Mid. Thorn's on the job.
They don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn's started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name? Right.
Sweet not knowing the people working with you. Alright, let's get these last 2 items.
Oh, Cid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why, if sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there.
Right.
It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Cid. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
Right, let's go beat us some monsters. Let's get over here ASAP. To the ruins.
Good day to you.
Good day
When
to
can
you.
I go on a special errand for
Alright, let's get on. It's the right way, I think it is. I feel like we're not going the right way. Oh, there's a treasure over there. I did go to nice house over there. I don't even think I've been to this area. So, girl, what you doing? Chilling?
Yardan say the floods are closer than they've ever been. Let the ether turn me from teat to toe, then. I won't be running.
Stand her ground.
Oh, there you are, Cid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back.
Alright, let's go get this creature.
Anybody home?
Is it a new enemy? Or they're making it seem like a new monster. Oh, this clown again.
This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
I was hoping it was something new.
This one.
Ah, you get buried, sucker.
Nice try.
Are you doing side missions or the main mission? here. Have a seat. Good damage.
Too slow.
Alright, that was easy. Done and done.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Cid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Better not get killed either. You should stay out here and let them collect it and then go back. I'm pretty sure they'll be fine. Yeah, he's sitting here with them. Cool. Look like they just looking at stuff. Oh no, we about to ditch him. Why am I glowing like that? That's dope. See what she got to say real quick before I leave.
Your work is done, Cid. We'll take care of the rest. Let Mid know she'll have her helm very soon, would you?
Alright, so they're gonna bring that big old piece back to the base. How they gonna get that big old piece back? Oh well, that's a video game. Oh. My boy know he did a good job. Good old you. Alright. Let's go back. And we got one more item to get, and she should have what she needs to make her ship. Guessing after this last piece we get, I'll probably end the video. Let's go get the last part, and then we'll start the next video, and probably gonna start it off doing some side quests. I enjoy doing the side quests, so. Paid $70, I might as well do everything I can in the game, right?
Don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prism for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Right away.
Take this to the old dude. So go to the next location to get the last piece. I don't know why I just took the long way, but oh well.
We're seeing troops amassing.
Let's see if you got some new tunes. Everybody's gathered around. What you got?
Though her ship lies still in harbor, her soul sails on the main. The breath of age is at her back, adventure in her veins.
Pretty nice, I like. Alright. Let's see where we can find this last item. Mid could get the ship built and we can go visit her daddy.
Hippocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive, always.
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next? And what are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelisk complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelisk might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company, too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
Hold on, yo's. Got something to do real quick. Alright. And we gotta pick who we're gonna take.
So, Clive, have you made your decision? Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
I want to take Jill.
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right? Everything on here seems very edible.
I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
I will. Until then.
Why don't they just travel together?
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Talia.
Let's go. Meet up with Jill. I don't know why they don't travel together, why they gotta travel separate.
No. Where's Jill?
There's talk that the Glassgate flood has finally spread to the world.
Keep them pilgers nice and chilled.
Those Pepio nuts? You can never tell.
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the Pepio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
Pepio nuts and garlic.
Up! You'll not find a bruised fresh cuts. Come and get them before they're gone.
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine.
Alright, I got the garlic here.
I hope it's to your liking. Keep fighting the good fight.
Shop. Alright. Pepio nuts over here.
Oi, don't touch anything. Go on, take it.
You gotta be a jerk about it.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
Man, girl, you fast.
Did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Garlic and Pepio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool. But before we head back, would you walk with me a while?
Sure.
Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember? Walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells.
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... oh.
You all right?
Sorry. It's just... you're right.
I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive.
Precious.
Well, I suppose we better be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
Let's go take this stuff back to mid. And should get working.
I wonder how Harpocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
Yeah, we gotta go back to Hippocrates first.
Ugh, I'm never drinking.
Welcome back. I hope you two had fun while I was busy helping Harpocrates.
Ah, Clive. Harpocrates has all the ingredients. We were just waiting for you.
Okay.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Harpocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Talia how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course.
So we're gonna go back to mid now. On that.
Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
Sweat.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Harpocrates.
Alright, let's go back to mid.
Well, I'd better go and give Mid the good news then.
She got all her stuff she needs. Now build us a ship.
Thanks to Cid.
See what I ain't talked to him for a while.
I heard what you told Nan about Kupka. Hopefully all our old friends can rest easy now.
Alright. Wrap this mission up. Hopefully we'll go visit Cid's grave after. If not, we're gonna do it in the next video.
I don't have any pictures in.
I did everything you told me.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
You know, when I got into the smithing game,
Not much.
I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Oh, there's some water.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way!
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
Alright, put the ship together. See what this bad boy gonna look like.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
That's what I'm about to say.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
What's up? I gotta go hunt more pieces down for your butt.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Right. I'm gonna go visit Cid.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Hold on, let's go collect our little gifts.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Not long ago, accosted by footpads as I walked a gilded path and would have perished alone in the streets had not the curse breakers come to my aid. I owe them my life. May this token serve them well. Oh, is that the one guy?
Here you are.
I think that's the one guy. The one that giving up.
All done?
Boy, so sweet.
All right, Clive. Asterix. We'd finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive? Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
Does this girl want to go see her daddy? Girl, get your butt back here. You ain't running away. Go see daddy.
Is that the thing Tomes helped?
Where Mid go? Better snitch too.
Have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry and all, are ya? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Obelus.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle?
Yeah, boy. My journey to Canva has been recorded. Was a resounding success. The friend I mentioned not only agreed to share the contents of his strong box with us, but his considerable knowledge of the going on in the the free cities, by which I've learned of the endeavors of a certain young friend of yours. Though I, for one, believe Miss Telemon's project to be quite the valiant enterprise, I doubt the Canvarian authorities will take kindly to the unauthorized use of their dockyards, no matter how deserted, and if rumors have already reached my friend, it may not be long before the guild masters are rapping at our doors. Which is why I pin you this note. I would like to borrow your man Gav for a moon or two, that he might keep a watch on those who might mean our little fellowship ill and warn us of any impending attacks. I trust that you will give this proposal your full consideration. Your loving uncle, Byron.
Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
Why she don't want to go see her daddy?
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Cid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in, all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway? I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Cid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
I ended after this cutscene. Figured Mid was gonna run away. I smacked the crap out of her. You wanna see your daddy, whether you want to or not, girl.
Well, Cid, I remember what you told me. That if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Oh, sweet, come to pay your respects to Cid.
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there will be no escaping sights like these.
It's a graveyard.
So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's Tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Boots.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Break her hand.
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav,
Already on my way, Captain.
be careful.
Aren't I always?
Right.
Do you see that, Cid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
This is the old hideout. It's been demolished. And it looks like a freaking cemetery. Alright, so I'm gonna end this video right here. See you guys in the next one. Yeah. Nothing much to say. Goodbye.